Hey guys, welcome back to another easy recipe that we will be preparing with the help of our Philips hot air fryer, the XXL. What we're making today is a grilled chicken. And what you see here is the cleaning process before you start to prepare your chicken to grill it. The cleaning process, what I do, what I've learned from the Moroccan way when I grew up, with my mother, is first you clean the chicken thoroughly. Make sure that you get rid of all the feathers. I mean, clean it like your life depends on it. Those little feathers that you can get rid of, what we sometimes do is just kind of burn them off on the fire, just to make sure that the chicken is really, really clean, no fat, no unwanted parts of the skin and all that. Get rid of the neck and all that. So when you clean it really thoroughly, then put it in water, add a little bit of vinegar, a little bit of salt, and some, how do you say that? Some, not lime juice, but you guys, the lime is the green one, but the other one, the citrus, I think it's called, lemon juice, that's it. Lemon juice, squeeze some lemon juice in there and then throw the squeezed lemon with the chicken and let it sit for 30 minutes, more or less. So that it will really get rid of any stuff that's unwanted, any possible unhygiene stuff that gets stuck to the chicken, because we all know that chicken meat is really, really sensitive for bacteria. So let it sit for about 30 minutes and then come back to it. And before you take it out, rub it really good with that water that it's been sitting in, because it's disinfected with all the stuff that we've added in there. So rub it really good, cleanse it really good, and then cleanse it with fresh water. Get rid of this and then cleanse it with fresh water, and then let it sit to drain for, I don't know, maybe 20 minutes, 30 minutes. And then we're gonna continue with the next step.
All right, guys.
No, I already did the all right, guys.
Oh.
This is the continuing of this recipe. So, but just to make Mike happy. All right, guys. So the next step is we're going to make a nice juicy stuff.
Peanut butter sandwich.
Yeah, Mike is making peanut butter sandwich. We don't do peanut. Yeah, we do peanut butter. Yeah, not jelly peanut butter. We don't do that in Europe.
We do the chocolate sprinkles.
We do the chocolate sprinkles, see?
Hagelslag.
So repeat after us. Hagelslag.
Hagelslag.
It means something like
Chocolate sprinkles.
yeah, but
Chocolate hail.
chocolate hail, yeah, that's it. I love that. So for the marinade of the chicken, we're gonna be, remember, it's just me and Mike. By the way, you guys, I'm celebrating the day of sacrifice. That's something that our Jewish friends, Christian friends know also. You guys have that also in your Torah and Bible. We the Muslims have that also. It's the story of Abraham with his son, the sacrifice story. So that's what we're remembering in tradition. Anyway, doesn't matter. So we're gonna do the marinade. What I need here, remember, it's just me and Mike. It's a medium chicken, as you saw. It's not big, so for that size, really medium, between small and medium. For that size and one chicken, I have here one medium-sized onion. I have 3 cloves of garlic. I have 2 pieces of fresh ginger.
Sorry.
No problem. And I have coriander, like a whole bunch. If you have parsley, then add it in there too. I don't have that. I forgot. And they're bringing our groceries are being delivered only tomorrow again. So anyway, but it doesn't matter. So if you have parsley, add the parsley and the coriander together in there. Then when it comes to spices, remember we already added while cleaning the chicken. And it's now sitting in that mixture of vinegar and salt and fresh lemon juice. So be really, really careful with salt. Don't add too much salt in here, because the chicken will be salt as is right now. So because we have the fresh ginger, I'm not going to add the ginger powder. If you don't have the fresh ginger, then add 1 teaspoon or 1 tablespoon of ginger powder. And then 1 tablespoon of cumin powder. 1 tablespoon of curcuma. I don't know if I can get 1 tablespoon out of this, which reminds me, should be on the grocery thing. And then 1 tablespoon of black pepper. If you have chicken stocking, just a little bit of that, really like a tiny bit of that. I'm using this because I forgot to order fresh, well, not fresh, but like the real saffron, like saffron threads. If you have the saffron threads, let it sit in a little bit of water in a little glass, then add it here into. You can also buy these tablets, but then made of saffron. If you happen to have that, I forgot to get those. You only can get them, for as far as I know, from the Moroccan store or the Turkish store. So since we're living in the center of Amsterdam, I don't always have luxury of having one nearby. Although we have a Moroccan store here, just around the corner, but it's more tourist oriented. Anyway, so that's that, you guys. And then 3 tablespoons of olive oil. So that's what I'm gonna throw in here and then blend it all together until it becomes a nice mixture. So there it is, everything in there. Remember guys, when I say tablespoon, please remember to get a modest sized tablespoon, not a big one. Okay, so there it is. Now I'm gonna take the chicken out of that vinegar salt mixture that I told you about, and cleanse it thoroughly with fresh water. Let it dry, let it sit and dry and drain until it's a little bit dry. You know, the skin is not that wet anymore. And then we're going to apply this, not only just the skin, but beneath the skin, inside the chicken. And, you know, just try to cover as much as you can with this stuff, this mixture. Everywhere, like everywhere you can. Every hole that you can find in that chicken. The inside, outside, under the skin, everywhere. Between the little legs and wings, everywhere. Just everywhere, literally. Try to smear this everywhere. And then let it sit. I'm gonna let it sit for the whole night because I will be making this tomorrow for us. Because tomorrow is the day of sacrifice. So I'm gonna do that tomorrow. So it's gonna have a whole night to just absorb all these nice juices that will come out of this mixture. And, you know, increases the flavor. That's what we want. I'm just gonna let it sit in the refrigerator, but make sure that you seal it with this plastic to keep the food fresh. I forgot the name, but you guys know what I mean. So make sure that you guys always disinfect your kitchen counter when you work with chicken. I'm not saying this to teach you guys something about hygiene, because I know many of you do that, but sometimes young people who are living on themselves send us messages thinking it's about the recipes. So, and to those young people, allow me to teach you, you know, some important stuff when you work with this, for example, with chicken. Because sometimes we don't think about this kind of stuff. We just assume that everything is okay, but yeah, better safe than sorry. So make always sure that when you work with chicken, especially this way, a fresh chicken, that you always disinfect your kitchen counter. So anyway, I left the chicken here for about an hour because we were watching some vlogs, some walk vlogs in the old parts of Italy. Really, really nice to see. Feels like you're there. Anyway, I've left it draining for an hour. Now I'm going to marinate it. Okay, so this is the mixture that we made, the herbal mixture. See, like I said, literally just try to cover the whole of your chicken with this, and make sure that you also get the skin. Make sure that you get the skin separated from the chicken breast, as you can see, and then add some more herbal mixture in there. Do the same for the thighs. Around the thighs, make sure that you have this kind of pocket that you create in there. Same thing with the other one. And then the back. The back doesn't have a lot of meat, so there's not a lot of stuff that you can do. But this neck cavity that we have here, and then of course the little wings and everything. Just make sure that it's really, really covered really, really well. Okay, and every now and then, you know, hold the chicken up and get what's beneath there. So here it is. I'm gonna let this sit in the fridge like this. You guys, you can imagine how flavored it will be tomorrow. Gonna let it sit like this for the whole night. Cover it, put it in the fridge with one of these plastic things that we use. This is it. So I'm gonna finish this tomorrow morning, God willing. All right, see you then, guys. Hey guys, I was gonna say welcome back, but I just realized for you it's the same video. For me, it's the next day. almost 24 hours later. So listen good, guys, if you want to follow up with this recipe that I'm doing today. You know how sometimes you have a recipe and then you come to a point where you get where your path splits. You can go either that way with your recipe or that way. I started making the Moroccan chicken, but the point is not only to make Moroccan chicken, but the main thing is actually to do some more recipes with a hot air fryer. As really many of you, I know, although our channel is small, but you guys relatively send us more messages about the air fryer and comment below the hot air fryer recipe videos that we make than any other video. So so that's why I haven't done a lot of these, and since now that we have the new hot air fryer, I thought this is a chance to give all of you out there that are asking us for more of these recipes, you know, a chance to see what we can do with this. Anyway, so I started making the Moroccan chicken. Normally, to keep it in the authentic Moroccan recipe, normally what I would do now is I would cut some onion, fry it, and then add the chicken, then add some more onion and a little bit of herbs, a little bit of water, and then let the chicken cook, not all the way, but until it becomes soft, and then take it out, and then add some melted butter, and then put it in the oven. But I won't do that today. Today, I just want to know how the hot air fryer will perform if you would to grill a chicken in it as it is. Not to do anything else with it, but just clean it and then grill it, see what it can do. Because, you know, I bet not many of you are Moroccans out there that are watching these recipes. So you guys probably not gonna, I don't know, maybe not care about this Moroccan recipe, but care more like about how the hot air fryer would do. I'm sorry, I'm babbling too much, but I just want to make sure that you know what to do with this. But so normally I would go a different way with this recipe, but for today, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make the same sauce that I made for the chicken, and that's what I'm gonna add into the pan with the onion and let that simmer for a little bit more. But because I need the chicken flavor in here, what I would do is I would just cut the wings and throw them in there, because me and Mike don't like wings anyway. I'm just gonna cut the wings off this, throw it in there, and that would substitute what otherwise would be the whole chicken in this process. So so that's what I'm gonna do. But first, like I said, let's make a little bit more of the marinade that we made yesterday, and you know, and continue. So yes, just to make sure, to be clear, do the same ingredients as we did with the other sauce. Only this time, leave the parsley and the coriander, if you happen to have that, leave them aside for now. Just wash them and leave them aside. We don't want to do it in there, because when you do that, we want a nice, you know, delicious looking yellow sauce. We don't want the dark sauce. What makes the dark sauce is when you add fresh herbs, like the parsley or the coriander early in the process. For example, when you blend stuff like this to make a marinade or a sauce or whatever. Always, if you want a nice yellow sauce, always add the fresh herbs, the fresh green herbs at the end, okay? So I'm gonna blend this and then come back to you. So next, I'm gonna take 2 onions, chop them, not necessarily puree them. So we're not gonna use the machine. I'm just gonna chop them with a nice sharp knife. So there are the 2 chopped onions. No oil yet, just add them in there. So guys, like I said, normally I would do this with the whole chicken for the real authentic Moroccan recipe. And I might do that with you someday if you guys want to see that. But for now, because I need the chicken flavor to go into the sauce, I just got the wings, because like I said, Mike and me don't like wings. Meanwhile, since I'm going through with the hot air fryer recipe, I'm gonna let the chicken cool off a little bit and then reach room temperature. This will be for the hot air fryer. The rest, what I will now be doing is the sauce that you know, they'll go with this when it's out of the hot air fryer, when it's done and it's grilled. Luna, what is it? Sweetie. We love Luna. So now, next, I'm gonna take this sauce that I just made, this mixture. I'm using one hand, guys. I'm sorry if it looks really clumsy. Gonna take this, add it in here, and then a little bit of water, just enough. No water, I'm sorry. So I'm gonna add the sauce in here, then a little bit of olive oil and a little bit of sunflower oil. That's how we do in the Moroccan kitchen. I don't know why for this specific recipe, and it does do the flavor good. So a little bit of olive oil, a little bit of sunflower oil, and then fry this a little bit until the onion is a little bit soft, and then we add a little bit of water. But I'll tell you guys, because I'm a little bit confused. I'm just having a little bit of a weird day today, so sorry about that, guys. So there it goes. So we have a little bit of olive oil, a little bit of sunflower oil. We have the 2 chicken wings for this special recipe variation, and then I added all of the onions and just let the onion fry, let the onion get let go of its how do you say that, moist, and then let it simmer. Let it simmer for a really long time until you see that it's becoming a thick sauce. Just don't let it burn. Wait for it till it's becoming a thick sauce, and then you can add either a little bit of water or a little bit of oil. But since I have enough oil in here, if needed, I will probably add a little bit of water. So guys, sometimes when you think you've added too much oil, just drain it. Drain the sauce. I'm gonna add this into the pan, and then now decide how much I still need of the oil, because I don't think I'll be using all of that. So just a little tip, don't tell anyone. Don't let mom see me do this. So yeah, so meanwhile I just washed the parsley. Like I said, we're gonna chop it and add this at the end because we do not want a dark sauce. So guys, I just added another onion in there because it shrinks when it cooks, the onion. When it lets go of all its moisture, it just becomes a little amount. So I added one, then I added a little bit of water. Why the water? Why the oil? Well, the water is when, look like this, you see it's a little bit dry on the bottom, but you still have pieces like this of onion that still have not dissolved. Well, not completely. You do not want them to dissolve completely, but have not become soft like this. So what you do is you add a little bit of water to help the onion become softer and softer to cook. Yeah, is that what I say? Yeah, to help the onion cook further. When do you add the oil? When you think that it's a little bit too watery and it doesn't have that little greasy, oily texture that gives the flavor. So you need to find a balance in that. So, but it needs to lean more to the oily little bit than to the watery, if you know what I mean, because it's that little oil that gives it that flavor. So I hope I helped you with this, you guys. So when I'm gonna let this simmer a little bit more because I want all the onion to be soft. So these pieces need to dissolve a little bit more. See, these chunks need to dissolve a little bit more. So when that happens, when I don't see these white pieces of onion anymore, I'm gonna add green olives in there. You can add as much as you want, depends on your own reference. So guys, I just added the green olives in there. They must be green. And I still see some pieces that really need to cook a little bit more. Some pieces of onion right here. But yeah, generally I would say they're almost dissolved. All of them become soft. So I added the green olives, and now I'm gonna add this parsley that's been sitting here. I washed it. I'm gonna chop it and add it in there like this, and then mix the whole thing really well. Again, you guys, as far as I'm concerned, the wings are there only for the flavor. You might don't like wings. Otherwise, I would have let them on the chicken if I made, again, just to make it clear, if I made the Moroccan version, like the authentic Moroccan version of this, I would have kept the whole chicken, added in here, boil it a little bit with more water until the half of the chicken, and when the chicken is a little bit cooked, it's not pink anymore, take it out and then start grilling it, and then let this simmer until all the water has vaporized. And until you've reached this stage, then you start adding the olives and what I just did now. That is if we did the Moroccan recipe. What I did is half-half, again, because I want to keep the use of the hot air fryer the main thing in this video. Alright, the sauce is done. And it's done when you see that all the onion pieces are very, very soft and mushy. That's it. Now we're going to continue with the actual main thing of this video, which is grilling the chicken in the hot air fryer. Hey guys. Look, I have my shorts on. My flamingo. See? I'm not naked. I have my flamingo shirts on. Love flamingos. But yeah, it's something that some of you have been joking with me about. But yeah, so first we need to preheat the oven on 180 degrees. Let me just 180, and then let's just do 2 minutes. It's just 2 minutes. Okay. So then we take the chicken. Remember, it's very, very important that it's on room temperature. So get it out of the fridge on time, and just let it sit and cool off a little bit. What else? Oh, something else that I want to tell you guys. It's very, very, very important that if you want to grill a chicken in a hot air fryer, don't make it too exotic when you make the sauce. Nothing that you can add in there can have honey or sugar or any kind of syrup, because what it does is it burns the sugar. It burns the sugar aspect of your sauce, and then what you end up with is a very, very dark chicken. You do not want that. So whenever you make to marinate the chicken, nothing that's sugary or that's sweet. Other than that, I'm preheating this on 180 degrees for 2 minutes, and then the chicken will go in there. And remember, don't get a big bird, okay? Just, this is around a kilo, 1 kilogram and something. A little bit more than 1 kilogram. There it is. It's very important that you marinate it very, very well, otherwise it won't have any flavor. It's been sitting in the fridge for 24 hours. All right, so there it is. Put it in its back. Now, what I'm going to do is, this is where you need to make a choice. That's something that you learn from experience. You can either trust the machine and go for the chef program, and then when you choose the chef program, you can choose the chicken. They'll show you in their instructions how to do the chef program, and then choose the chicken. What the chef program basically does is, it doesn't care if it's chicken or a dinosaur leg or anything, as long as it fits in here. What it does is it measures the weight, and it does how do you say that, more or less how much what temperature and how much time is needed to cook that. So I'm not going to do that. What I'm going to do is, I want my chicken to be slowly grilled and thoroughly, but not too much. So I'm going to set the temperature on 150, bring it down to 150, and then for 15 minutes. So we're going to be doing this in different stages. Okay, so step 1, 150 Celsius, and then 15 minutes, and there it goes. Bye-bye. See you soon. Okay? Just let it do its thing. All right. So the first, oh, look at that. So we're gonna turn the chicken now on its, so the back is up, and give the chance for all these juices to escape. Okay. This time we're gonna do it on 155. Again, for another 15 minutes. Only the temperature should be 155. So I'm going to turn the chicken on its belly and with the back up, and then give it another go. 155 degrees, 15 minutes. So that will be second step. It smells really good. So there it goes. Okay, so like this, temperature on 155. See? time on 15 minutes. And there it goes. It was a little bit tricky to turn it around, you guys. I must say that, so be careful. What I did is Mike helped me, give me one of these little plates, put it on top, and then put this one on, below the chicken, beneath the chicken, and then kind of make a sandwich and turn it around until you get it on its belly. Okay, so I'm gonna wait another 15 minutes and come back to you. All right. Oh, look at that, you guys. Doesn't it look this beautiful? Beautiful, beautiful. So now we're going to flip it back, turn it around, back on its back. I know it sounds crazy, but back on its back. So we want the chicken breast up. And then before you do that, we're gonna brush it a little bit with the oil. Or if you don't have, I have this oil. Remember the excess oil that I got from the sauce that I've been making on the side for this chicken. So I'm going to use a little bit of this. If you don't have something like this, you can use melted butter. It works always. Or maybe just a little bit of olive oil. So I'm going to brush the chicken, the whole chicken. So first brush the back, then turn it around on its back, and then brush the breast and the rest of the chicken. And then when I do that, I'm gonna turn down the temperature to 150 degrees for again another 15 minutes. So there's a little bit more to this step, but it's not too much. Again, remember, this is the third step. 150 degrees for 15 minutes. Okay, so not this. It's gonna be this. It's gonna be this. And 15 minutes like this. Okay, can you guys see it? I'm sorry, the flare is terrible. There it is. There it is. All right, there it goes. All right, so when this is finished, the chicken would have been in there for 45 minutes. Look at this. It looks really delicious. Crispy. And so now we're gonna turn it once more on its belly, so the back up, and then again for another 150 minutes, 50 degrees for 15 minutes, and that's the last step. After that, the chicken is done. We're gonna take it out, let it rest for a little bit. But look at that, you guys. It's like it's barbecued on charcoal. So I just did that with that thing because, like I said, it's really tricky to turn it around. So there it is, 150 for the last 15 minutes, and then it would have been in there after this for exactly 1 hour. There it goes. Guys, again, it looks delicious and it smells delicious. Let's hope it tastes delicious. So, it's a very, very hot summery day, so we're not going to do any heavy side dishes. Just gonna keep it light. And this is what will be the side dish. Air fryers. Hot air. French fries, as you can see. Done in 12 minutes. All right, it's counting down to 0. This is it. It's been an hour. Oh, look at that, you guys. It looks like it came right off the grill, like the charcoal, like the barbecue. Slightly, what you might call the burnt ends. Gives it that nice barbecued look. Smells good. Right, so I'm gonna take it out, put it on its back, and let it rest for a little bit more. I turn the lights off just to give you a more realistic look of what I see. So this is it, guys. So normally I would let the chicken sit in here for another 10 minutes. But because I need this, because I'm making the fries also from the hot air fryer, I'm gonna take it out and let it rest in one of these. Yes, sir. Look at that. These are the herbs. This is the marinade. These are the herbs. In case you wonder, is it burnt? No, it just looks like that on the screen because I'm looking at my iPhone and looking at what I see here. So these are just the herbs. Guys, I couldn't resist, so I just pinched a little bit from here, a little bit from here, the skin and the meat. Oh my God, you guys, it is so delicious, so good. So guys, I just heated up this sauce. Remember this sauce that we made? If it's cold or if it's too spicy, or if you feel like you've used too many spices, add a little bit of water to water it down, but not too much, and then it will be perfect, promise. Look at this, guys. The chicken is so well cooked thoroughly, and yet very juicy, as you can see, that I could cut through the bone with no problem. So there is Mike's piece. Mike's like the breast, I like the thigh, and now we're waiting for the fries. But it's good, guys. Try it. Please try it and let us know. You're very welcome. Have a great day. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to subscribe and share, and especially like, you guys. That helps us. That helps us on YouTube to keep us in the loop. All right. Have a wonderful day, and thank you so much for watching. Now go make your own. One last thing, guys. When you fry your fries in the same hot air fryer where you prepare your chicken, you help them to get an extra flavor.
Tastes like chicken.
It tastes like it tastes like chicken, yeah. Chicken fries, isn't that a thing? Guys, if you don't know what to make tonight for dinner, why not make egg rolls, lumpias? Lumpia. We call them lumpia in Holland. And that name has been adapted by Disney too, Disneyland. Anyway, they're delicious. Normally we make them with shrimps, but today we felt...
I think it's nicer.
You think it's nicer? Yeah. Mike prefers the shrimp.
Yes.
But every now and then, I don't know, I tend to like...
You prefer?
I prefer the shrimp too. I think I prefer the shrimp. But then every now and then I like to make them with chicken too. Whatever you do, just make sure you have enough different vegetables in there, and add some Chinese spices. Oh, and a little bit of soy, that's all. Make it, own it. Make it your own. Soy sauce, yeah. All right. Guys, it's time for Downton Abbey. I'm watching it. Mike already watched it, but I just discovered it and I can't stop watching. So anyway, and these are filled potatoes from our hot air fryer.
Stuffed potatoes.
Stuffed potatoes with turkey bacon and
Turkey ham.
turkey ham, yeah. And what else?
A little bit of mayonnaise.
A little bit of mayonnaise, a little bit of dill, a little bit of chili sauce, a little bit of everything, guys.
And a little bit of the potato that you scoop out before you put this stuff in.
Yeah. So a little bit of the potato itself that you take out, and then smash the whole thing, and then, oh, you guys, yeah, all right, perfect evening. Have a good one, guys. I should share this with you anytime soon on our YouTube channel, because it's too good not to share.
We're going to eat it next time, next week.
Yes, all right. Love you. Bye-bye.
Bye.